Okay, so welcome back to the Otamendi Bowl. Unfortunately, we didn't finish off last season's podcast. We did finish the league, great league, but yeah, we did the podcast for whatever reason. But anyway, so it's a fresh new start, new season. I'm buzzing, Jay's buzzing,
Buzzing.
so we're all fucking buzzing.
Yeah.
So again, Alex Hancock,
Jamie Brown.
aka the laptop.
Get a laugh.
No, we're joking. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, so probably gonna start off with we'll run through last season, the end of last season before we hit into new season.
Yeah.
We'll do that. So, Jay, I've got the table up. We'll start from bottom to top, and predictably, Charlie last place. Disgrace.
It was either going to be Charlie or me once it.
It was, yeah.
For a long, long time. I can remember towards the back end of the season, about 5 games ago, it was me and Charlie to play each other. We had very similar points.
Yeah.
And we put a vote on the Otamendi group after the poll, so who's going to win, who's going to finish second, bottom, or bottom, basically. And you all voted Charlie.
For obvious reasons.
And if you look, I don't think you'll be able to see this when it comes out, but I have gone on and won 13 more points more than Charlie.
Yeah, so Charlie is bottom, 11 wins, absolutely pathetic. Charlie, you are the shittest player of all time. Like, it's between you and Jay, but you've come last every season, barring one.
How many seasons has Charlie been in?
About 5.
And he's come last every single one?
Barring one.
Where did he come then?
Second last week, he beat you. No, he didn't. The one,
Yeah, because I come last season, didn't I?
yeah, so the one season he didn't come last. He wasn't second last, sorry. It was like out of 8, he was 6th out of 8.
Okay, yeah, so he's still absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, still bottom half.
Disgusting.
So yeah, it's absolutely pathetic attempt from Charlie. But new season, so we'll give him a chance to this team. Clearly revenge as it's called back then. So you were in the end 13 points clear, which is quite a lot to be fair.
Considering when it must have been 5-6 games towards the end of the season. I was literally on the same points as Charlie. I remember it well because we did that poll and stuff like that.
No, 1 point it was looking like it was a toss up.
Yeah.
But where Charlie lost it, Charlie went for an all United back 4 and a few other United players, and United fucking were dog shit last season.
It was when they changed the manager as well. I think I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure.
Changed manager like January.
Yeah, but he said United are back, and then it was something to do with around about that January time when he made it. One or two changes.
But for me, that's what killed him.
Yeah.
So let's move him forward in the league.
United are back though.
Then we had 3 teams on the same points. I mean, this is insane. It's insanely close. So in 8th place it was Rich. In joint 6th place it was me and John. So this is mental. We're all on 52 points. If in terms of wins.
Yeah.
But fantasy football points. Rich is on 1,542.
Oh wow, yeah.
Me and John 1,543. Insanely close between the 3 of us. But yeah, Rich gets 8th place due to the 1 point missing.
That's actually, I didn't even notice that, to be honest with you. That's crazy. That's literally like a booking.
Yeah, it's
like the difference between fucking Shaw getting sent off.
But
Alson, well, to be fair, considering when he was knocking the bottom 3 for a long, long time.
Well, yeah, it's about quite a while. So
yeah.
I'll achieve this. I'll come 5th somehow. 54 points, absolute disgrace. It was shit all season. I'm lost for words. How he's come 5th.
He's gone under the radar a bit though, hasn't he? Like, I never knew he came 5th.
Oh, you did, but you've obviously forgotten.
Yeah, but I just
because he's done that all season.
That's what I'm saying. And all of a sudden I looked like because Rich was doing well.
Yeah, like fair. Like at one point, like you Charlie now all drift, and the rest were fighting for places.
Yeah.
Like at one point I could have come probably above Dan. I was never looking towards the top 3, but me, Rich, and John could have got down. But then Dan's broke clear.
Yeah.
And Al's got there. I don't know how, but he's done it. Yeah. So we've got Al there for 54 points. Then we've got Dan on 64 points. There's quite a big gap there. 21 wins. And then we've got Howard, I mean, this probably stings Howard. So Howard's actually got the most overall points. Howard's got 1,755 points.
Look how many more he's got more than me, though.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Compared to, over 500 points more.
That's a lot of points.
This is what, but this one, when I say you're shit, this is why.
Yeah, but Mo Salah won't do that this season now. He's dead. He's
gone. We'll get on to that later. So we've got Dan 64, Howard 68, Mick came second 69. All right. Again, that Mick's on 1682, so he's a fair few points behind that.
I do remember Mick though at the start. He was getting 60, 70 points a game.
Mick had an electric start. He
won the first 5 games as well.
He wasn't what you just said, but yeah, he had a good start. And Jack, the winner, 75 points. In terms of points, great haul from Jack. However, let's be honest, he is the luckiest winner of all time. It's absolutely embarrassing. I think it's embarrassing Jack's won this league. So Jack's got 75 points, fair play, but Dan's got more points than Jack in terms of football points.
Yeah, but
so Dan's on 1668, Mick's on 1682, Howard's on 1755, Jack 1596. He should, but if it wasn't head to head, Jack would be fourth.
Yeah.
I know our league is head to head, and that's fine. That's the premise, what we do. But still, like Jack can't be himself very lucky.
It's just a 1-0 to the Arsenal kind of guy, isn't it? Like you've won the game. Doesn't matter how many points you get, how many goals you score. If you're getting them 3 points, you've won.
No. So look, fantasy football is a game to look into.
Yeah. So you come against each week, blah blah blah.
Yeah. Wait a sec. Anyone can pick Mo Salah. Anyone can pick Haaland.
Yeah.
It's easy to pick them kind of players. Obviously, with the draft system, it's only one person's got that player. However, you are going to win with your Mick last season with Wisser and Bemu, great picks. Dan Wood, great pick.
Yeah.
Right. So they're the kind of players that and that's why they are where they are. Jack and Cunha, great pick, but I mean, he's nearly. He's over 150 points less than Howard. That's criminal. That's criminal. And it's luck, but there's more luck in the fixtures than the team you pick.
Yeah.
So that's what I was trying to get to. Like picking your team, it can be lucky, but that's where the skill is. The fixture list, that's pure. Because when any given week, do you know what I mean? I remember Rich was quite unlucky, really. I know his overall points, he's come away to zero in the end. But there's weeks where Rich got mad points. Like he got 50 points at average a week, about 5 weeks in a row, and lost 4 of them. Yeah. It happened to me at one point. I was getting 40 points towards the end of the season. I was really consistent, but I just wasn't picking up the wins, and it's annoying.
Well, Rich struggled early on though because he had no strikers, did he? For a good in the first 10.
He
was bottom.
He had Isaac all season.
Yeah, but they were injured, weren't they? He had him and was it João Pedro?
Yeah, he did. Pedro.
And I think they were both injured, and he was actually really struggling.
Well, that's the game.
So he could have easily been a lot higher than he should have done.
But anyway, Jack, congratulations, mate. You've won this. You got a Mendy Bowl. Next time I see you, I will relinquish my title. Unfortunately, I didn't retain that title. It's gutted to me. But yeah.
The travel expenses though as well, so that's why it's not got to you, because obviously it's going to come back down to Stoke anyway for me this season, I think.
That's mental. So yeah. So another great season. Let's move on to next season.
Yeah. And this is going to be a very, very good season by the looks of things.
Why is that, Jay?
Because we've had all the picks we've had. We did the draft. Was it last Saturday? Yeah,
so we're going to get into a sec, but just give me some spoiler-free reasons why this will be the best season yet.
What, for my opinion?
Yeah, spoiler-free, but yeah.
What do you mean by spoiler-free?
So we're not going to get into the games.
Oh, okay, okay.
Just why is it the best season coming ahead?
I actually think it's going to be a lot better, definitely a better season than last year anyway, because there's a few of us who it was their first season. So he's got a little bit more experience, knows how it's gone on. There's some interesting signings as well in the Premier League from United, to be fair. And I think everybody's got, we'll go through that in a minute, but yeah,
Okay.
I generally think it's going to be a good season.
So thanks for that. So
Thanks for that.
we've got so I've got the team up now. We'll start with the first screenshot. I'm first, not because it's me, just because that's the first screenshot of team in the chat. So we're going to go through all the teams. I'll tell you what, before we do that, what we're going to do is I'm just going to recap the format. Okay, so it's a draft system plus head-to-head. So the draft is where each player takes it in turn to pick a player, goes from 1 to 10, and does a complete flip. So if you're first, you then go to 10th. If you're 10th, you go to first. And then second goes to 9th. 9th goes to second. Third goes to 8th. So on. Okay, so, and then also our league, what makes our league so much fun is the head-to-head. So every week you're playing someone, and you got that banter, haven't you? So if I play Jay, I always want to win every game, but I really want to beat Jay. For obvious reasons. I want to beat my brother because he's my brother.
Yeah.
You know, if I play someone like Al, no offense to Al, but like me and Al's relationship, we need to battle the Al's though, so still won't beat him. Still beat him. But do you know what I mean? Like it's like I haven't got that.
Well, you can tell about a little bit with Charlie and Dan and stuff like that, and Charlie and John and vice versa.
Yeah, exactly.
They want to beat each other, don't they?
You've got the Leicester derbies where it's Rich, John, and Chaz, Charlie.
There's different.
You know.
The other ones, what me, like Jack and Al, for example, they probably want to beat each other.
Yeah, uni mates.
They're people that
Jack won't beat me, Howard.
Mick for me, really. I'm not bothered if Mike beats me, but I want to win. But it doesn't hurt as much as if I lose to you, or maybe sometimes Charlie. I want to beat Charlie.
Yeah, because the reason. So yeah, the Charlie rivalry is about the shit boys.
About the shit boys.
About the shit boys. You both do dog shit. You've come last and second to last. Charlie's come last every season, barring one.
Yeah.
So that's like a rivalry built by performance. You know.
Yeah, it just happens.
But it's like United. So you take United for example. They've got rivalry with Liverpool. That proximity.
Now it's Burnley and all them kind of things.
Yeah, and then historically you got Chelsea going for the league, Arsenal. So you can have rivalries for different reasons. Yeah. Obviously, we've got brother rivalries, you've got uni rivalries, and you've got league position rivalries
and mates rivalries.
Yeah. So that's the format. So back into my team. We're not going to give any predictions. And to be fair, Jay, I mean, I don't know if you agree with me or not, but one of these not going predictions is we feel that the teams are pretty close this season.
Yeah, very close. And there's not really one standout, is there really, if I'm being honest. You don't look at any team and go, last year, for example, it was awfully wank. Yours?
Yeah, so before we dip into mine,
I
just want to add to that. So for me, it's like, one, I think, there's the strengths when it says to all teams.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing really. Well, last season I thought that they were shit teams, but also end of the day we can make predictions, but it's hard than real football because it's the points are the points.
Injuries come into play, swapping changes.
We've got the new point system, which could be absolutely massive.
Can you explain that again? The new points.
Yeah, so this is for all fantasy football with the Premier League app. There's a new point system in terms of defending. So in terms of winning possession and tackles. So I'm not sure the exact point allocation, but if you make low tackles in a game, it's going to be worth. So say it's 2 or 3, you're going to get a point.
So could that be anywhere on the pitch?
Anywhere on the pitch. So Joel keepers get from making saves.
Yeah.
So I think it's for every 2 saves you get 1 point. I think it is. It's going to be the similar for tackles and interceptions. That's going to add it. So yeah, I do think that this season. To be fair, I mean, I might think some weaker than others, but ultimately I could be wrong anyway. So we're not going to predict 1 to 10, but we're just going to highlight strengths and weaknesses. So my team's there on first. So
we got Saka.
Well, I'll go it first in my team.
Okay.
We'll take it in turns.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'll start from the back. Ramsdale. I think he's going to be I think he's going to be number 1 for Newcastle this season. I think that's an under the radar pick personally. I think Newcastle keep clean sheets and he will be the number 1. He saved a penalty pre-season. To be fair, Newcastle had an awful window. Let's be honest. It's for some reason it's like they're a magnet to reaction. To be honest, Los Woodcock, shout out to you there for magnet to rejection. So yeah, I think that's a solid keeper. The points. Backups Callagher. He's gone to Brentford. Call's a top class keeper in my opinion. When Alisson was in last season. I think he produced some great performances. Not as good on the feet as someone like Alisson, but I still think he's good enough. And he's a good shot stopper. So then my defence. I think my defence is one of the strongest personally. I've got Van Dijk. I've got Lewis Scully. There's Linkovic from Forest. Then we have Timbert and Yoro. So I think that, Arsenal kept most clean sheets last season, I think, or up there anyway. Virgil van Dijk, the best defender of his era. Not as good as Terry Rio Ferdinand, but certainly the best of his era, or Maldini. I can name what probably was a better than him. But yeah, so I think that's a great defence. What are your thoughts on the defence keeper, MJ?
I was going to ask you, is Yoro that young guy, the dreadlocks for United?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he's a very good player, actually, yeah. Well, I remember you picked Virgil just for I was going to pick him, and I thought you were rat. But, it's not a bad defence. Who's Ramsdale play for now?
Who?
Ramsdale?
Newcastle.
Was it Southampton last year, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Previously Arsenal before that. I guess he's Arsenal.
Yeah, he is a very good keeper. And to be fair, with Southampton last season, you can't really judge him on that anyway because Southampton were just absolute dire, weren't they? Like, they're always going to concede goals regardless. So in a better team, you're gonna do a lot better. And Timber, well, he's going to fall down pretty quickly in my eyes, but yeah, it's pretty solid.
What's that even mean?
Timber.
Okay, so yeah, that's my defence. Obviously, the people in the league might think I have a different opinion on my defence. The one or two viewers that might watch this might have a different opinion, but that's our opinion. So
Lewis is a bit young as well, isn't he?
I mean, he played a lot of games last season. This guy, but also he'll get clean sheets, and he'll get goals and assists. So I think that's it.
He played for England as well, into the back then.
Yeah. So I think it's a great pick. So let's move on to my midfield now. So again, I mean, I think my midfield's from comments from the group and in other comments, I think it's underrated. I've got Saka, top 5 player last season. He's been kissing now for 3 or 4 years. Saka has. Gordon has been again not quite as good last year, but the year I won the league, he was absolutely incredible. Now, okay, so they're the really strong picks in my opinion. Now, the rest are gambles, to be fair, but I think they could come good. I'm not saying they will, but Madueke, Silvino, and Garnacho. If Garnacho goes Chelsea, I think he could be a 15-goal player this season. Madueke, Arsenal have got a problem on the left. If he makes that position his own, he could do well. Again, like this is what I mean. Like my defense, I think are proven. Maybe not Yoro, but I think the defense are proven. But Madueke, Silvino, Garnacho, yeah, all of them in Sparks have been good.
It's Pep though as well, isn't he?
Yes, the Pep. Well, we could go to Spurs, but yeah, that is always a risk. But I feel like I've got a good enough midfield regardless. So yeah, I think I've got a good keeper, great defense, potentially great midfield, but it could go either way, that midfield. So what are your thoughts on that midfield, Jay?
Well, Saka's a no-brainer as well. I remember when we were picking, and I think for the guys who can get goals and what have you, it was Saka and Boué, weren't they? And you were elected to.
Well, I didn't actually.
Yeah,
So what happened with what? Sorry to interrupt. What happened when I did my first pick? It crashed on me, so it auto picked Saka. Now, I probably would have gone for Mbemu. However, I'm more than happy to have Saka. Obviously, at the end of the season, Saka get more points than Mbemu. It's lucky for me. If Mbemu gets more points, it's going to be lucky for me. But end of the day, the two class players last season, both amazing.
So make sure you save this last 20 seconds because he's going to use that against me if I beat him.
Could do, but it's one of them. It's one of them. Jay, so yeah, can midfield. So
Gordon, like you've had Gordon now. Was it? Did you say last 3 seasons?
So it's be third
Third
season in a
season.
row.
Yeah, so you must trust him in somewhat. So, yeah, there was a time when he was getting into the England squad as well last season. One season, and he was doing very well for Castle. He was assists a lot. Gets your goal. Savino.
Well, more than a goal. He's got like
Over
20 goals.
The season before was the one where he
it's better.
did well.
Yeah, it's better season before. Yeah. He still scores a goal.
But Man City, Pep. If I'm being honest, unless he doesn't get that move, I don't think he'll play. But then again, Grealish is gone as well, hasn't he? So that opens a little bit of a door. Foden hasn't been playing well, so you never know. He might get 4 games this season. So yeah, and
Madueke Garnacho.
Yeah. So who does he play for? I'm not joking. I don't really know much about him, if I'm being honest. So yeah, I would never picked him in my life.
You don't know Madueke is?
I've seen him play, but I don't know much about him.
You don't know where he came from last season?
No.
Chelsea.
Oh yeah, he was at Chelsea bought him, didn't he? And he scored a few goals actually, didn't he? Yeah. Was he the one who scored the hat trick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or something, just wins, yeah.
Yeah, I remember now.
Can we at him?
Yeah. Yeah, they won like 4-1 or something, or 5-1, and he scored 3 of them.
And he's also broken things in the team as well.
Assisted all of them.
Tuchel loves him.
Yeah. And I'm pretty annoyed about your strike force, to be fair.
Well, yeah. So, to be honest, this is the weakest part of my team, and my last pick was a disgraceful pick. But as a few beers in, I thought there wasn't much to go from. So yeah, maybe my main striker was João Pedro. Now João Pedro's had an amazing pre-season, an amazing Club World Cup.
Yeah, he's done well for Chelsea.
So, and I think that's why annoyed, and I think he will be a number 1. But I can't say too much why Jay's annoyed yet. We'll get to Jay's team, but yeah. Jay's annoyed for a reason. But João Pedro will be number 1 for Chelsea. So then I've got Jackson, which again it's not a great pick, but at this point strikers were few and far between. If he gets a move to Newcastle, for example, if he's that goes, I think he'll score goals. Obviously, I wouldn't want him as my leading striker, but as my second striker, I think he could be. Again, it is a gamble, and I can't sit here and say, I've got a great strike force, because he could go Saudi, he could go somewhere else in Europe. Who knows? And the worst choice going was Højlund, who's definitely going to AC Milan now. Pathetic. So yeah, my strikers are pretty weak. And Højlund, are you pathetic, mate?
Well, how long's what's up with Jackson, by the way? I'm assuming he's injured by the looks of that.
He's banned, but he's going to get sold. Chelsea.
So basically,
Chelsea brought me 2 new strikers.
Yeah. Well, the thing was with Jackson, it was such a shame because he was left out for ages. Wanted Jackson this draft, but for the reason what you just mentioned, but he started so good last season. He did so well, and then it just faded off.
Helped out in the league.
Højlund, yeah. Even if he stayed at United, I don't think he would get much of a. I don't think he won't score many goals. I just don't rate him properly. I just don't think he's good enough. Garnacho, is he? I saw rumours about him going somewhere.
Chelsea.
Yeah, so he's still in the Premier League as well. So it's not too bad for you. And João Pedro is a fucking rat because the lap had a good pre-season as well.
Yeah. Well, we're going to wait for your team.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Spoil it. It's what you said now. So you got Delap.
The reason why I was a bit angry about it because I got Delap and I expect him to get 20 goals plus this season. He's tin on the screw and, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, let's dig a little bit deep into that. So there's a friendly. Chelsea beat AC Milan 4-1.
Delap got 2 goals as well, man.
Yeah, so Jay naively looked at the score, didn't realise what happened on the game. He's seen that Delap scores 2 goals.
Yeah.
So Jay comes on the group chat, gives him the big one. Delap's going to do this, Delap's going to do that. And I'm like, wait a minute. He's going to be second choice to Pedro. And then when Jay realised, when he went through the fixtures and realised he's coming as a sub, he's not the main man. Pedro is. Yeah. Jay was a bit angry.
The only thing I can say is there's 38 games in the season and a lot of things can happen and change. So
yeah, Chelsea are in Champions League again, aren't they?
Yeah, so there's gonna be a few changes here and they might even play 2 up top anyway. You never know.
To be fair, they put Pedro on the wing.
And just change up a little bit. And you got Palmer as well, who's going to play in them little holes as well. So yeah, we'll see.
Okay, so I'll let you start this time, Jay. If you want to talk about the goalkeeping defence, I'll let you start this one. This is Dan's team.
Everton.
Stop the keeper first, mate.
Yeah, well, I don't even know who he is, to be honest with you. So I couldn't even tell you who he is.
Well, I'll help you. I mean, this is why you're one of us.
Yeah, but like, he's got my hidden gem in the
I mean, Brighton's number one keeper, and he was last season. You don't know who he is. This is why you are shit at fantasy football.
But yeah, we're all. So it's a learning day now. I've learned something for the day. So
you've learned something new. So that's the Brighton's goalkeeper.
Well, what I would say about Fulham is
Brighton's number one.
We've
got Fulham 4, Brighton.
Oh, he's playing for Brighton now?
Yeah, Brighton. That's the Fulham, so Brighton.
Oh, okay. I got it wrong because it said Fulham.
He's just playing Fulham.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I got confused. No, I know, but I got my brain wrong.
I mean, I did just tell you it's Brighton, but carry on.
Yeah, so if it's Brighton...
This is why you lost. But,
yeah. But it's all good fun now. It's just a game at the end of the day, guys. Gamble responsibly.
I mean, we're here to win, but yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know much about him, so I can't really say much. But then again, Brighton can... Okay, with big dunk at the back, clean sheets. Taraski, whatever his name is, and I do know who he is, but I can't pronounce that name. Everton just could see goals, so yeah, it's not the best. Spurs, I don't think. What's his name? Van der Ven. Yeah. With Champions League as well. They haven't made any good signings this year, have they? Spurs. The Madison's out of injury as well, all that sort of stuff. So I can't really. I don't think they're prepared enough, if I'm being honest. But yeah, so it's okay. And then is that the Forest defender, isn't it?
Yeah, Murillo, I had him last season.
I nearly had him, but I had that. We'll go through that anyway. But Forest were very, very good last season, so I do think that'd be all right. To be fair, 3 good points.
But I mean, I've got a Forest defender, but I think they may struggle to because they're in Europa League now, so I think they may struggle.
They are.
And also, it's like, a really great season. It's rare that teams like Forest have that 2 good seasons in a row. Again, they could be amazing again. They could keep clean sheets. Who knows? But I get why I picked him because I picked a Forest defender as well. So yeah. Okay, on his bench, he's got Botman, Akanji. Now, Akanji, Man City will keep clean sheets, but you just can't trust Pep, especially defenders. So, again, I'm not saying it's a bad pick. I'm just saying, he's a rotation player.
You have to pick him when you think that's going to fit
in. And then Botman, I think Newcastle will keep clean sheets again. I think they've been consistent for the last 3 years now. So I think Botman's a good pick, personally. I mean, fair. I mean, I might disagree a little bit with about Tarkowski because Moyes is back at Everton, and Moyes will keep clean sheets. Moyes does just play a brand of football, which will mean clean sheets. So for me, that's a decent pick as well. Yeah. So now moving on to midfield, Jay.
Very, very good midfield, if I'm being honest. The only thing what I'm more impressed is if you've got my hidden gem, which is Anderson, but you've got Palmer, Marshmallow, and Saar. I think Saar's a very good player. So I watched it against Liverpool in the Community Shield.
Well, he smashed Liverpool.
And Marshmallow's has got a few goals in him as well, and he does play up front though for City as well. So that even better, isn't it? And Palmer, he's normally the number 10, so you've got goals there all over it. Anderson. I remember having this conversation in the group, and he brought Anderson because of the new format and the new rules.
He's attacking mid. He's not a defending.
Anderson's a defensive midfielder.
Yeah, he's attacking midfielder.
Well, he's got no goals.
Yeah, he's attacking midfielder.
Well, that's what we didn't discuss.
He's a goal scorer. That's metal.
He doesn't score.
He's put for Newcastle. He went on loan. I think it might have been Coventry.
We'll have to have a look at the stats because
he scored a lot of goals in the lower leagues. In fact, at one point he's in League 2.
Well,
he might been. He's at Bradford, Notts County. I think he did mint. I think Bradford actually. So again, complete lack of knowledge there. Complete lack of knowledge from the laptop here.
Well, no, because when I bought him last season,
he's attacking mid. He's not a DM, mate.
When I bought him last season, I was kicking off saying he won't score enough goals. And he won't get enough points.
He stepped up to the Premier League not because he's not a defensive midfielder.
Well,
you just said Dan's got him for the.
That's what happened in the group chat. That's what we said.
It wasn't said.
He said about the new rule. Yes, he did.
Well, then no offense, Dan, you're both wrong. He's attacking midfielder. He's not there to.
Then I said, "You've got my hidden gem," and he goes, but then I said, "How shocking was last season?" And he goes, "Well, you forgot about the new rule." And I goes, "What's the new rule?" And you laughed.
Well, yeah, I mean, I laughed at both of you there because yeah. So yeah, and he's got one more midfielder. Jay, want to talk about him?
Dewsbury
Hall.
Yeah, absolute shambles of a player. Never seen him in my life. He'll do very, very well this season. If I'm being honest, he's got the technique. He's got the power. He's got the drive.
To know his history.
And I'd never heard him in my life.
So again, Jay's complete like a knowledge of football. It's ridiculous. So he's come through last year's youth team. Had a great season the year last. Won the Premier League. Won the Championship. Chelsea brought him. He's not good enough for Chelsea, let's be honest.
Will he get games?
Well, he didn't get games for Chelsea. He's now been bought by Everton.
Yeah.
But your complete lack of knowledge of who that player is worrying. And this is why you're always favourite to be last, because I've gone through so many players. You don't know the Burgers. You don't know who Dewsbury Hall is. You thought Anderson was the defensive midfielder. It's all worrying signs. I mean, this what lie, guy. This wasn't me, agenda. I'll go at Jay, but the way he's speaking, it's just like it's worrying.
2 out of 15. It's okay. They can go on the bench. It'll be fine.
This lack of knowledge, Jay.
Yeah, but it's a bit of fun for me.
Yeah, but listen, this lack of knowledge, Jay, it can't go on like this, can it?
It can.
It can. It will. So
it definitely fucking will.
So yeah, I'll talk about the field now. I mean, obviously you're going to echo what Jay said. Mamouche, Palmer, great picks. Sarr's great pick as well. So he's got a strong midfield there. Dewsbury Hall, Anderson, I think are pretty dog shit. I think Sarr could do well, could not do well, but I'm pretty confident that Palmer and Mamouche will get a lot of goals. So now let's go to his attack.
Solanke, my old boy, got injured a few times, to be honest with you.
Trading with me, but yeah.
Yeah, well, the actor he was injured. But Solanke, yeah, he'll be the main man for Spurs, won't he, again? So he'll get goals. Welbeck, sorry. He's just quite steady, isn't he, Welbeck? Gets your goal here and there, and he does play. That fucker, he was always on the bench once, him. I think that was a shocking sign.
Well, he got injured like really early on. I think like one of the first to third games because Charlie picked him up.
It was Charlie's hidden gem, wasn't it? That?
Yeah, I mean, in fact, it's weird because Dan laughed at Charlie for that pick compared to Wood, who done last season. So it's quite a strange pick, the Fulcrook pick, because he's been dog shit. So yeah, I mean, thinking well back, he does get about 10 goals a season. However, he is another year older. So for me, you can't bank on Welbeck. You can't bank on you definitely can't bank on Fulcrook. Solanke, his season at Bournemouth, he was incredible. Last season, he was a bit hit and miss. So, I'd say he's got a weak attack, a great midfield. Defence-wise, it's potentially good, but again, there are some strengths, there are some weaknesses. There's a lot of players where Sarr could do well, Trokowski could do well, Romero could do well, but they could do bad. His whole attack line is an absolute massive gamble. They could all. I think Falk will do dog shit again. Solanke could be 20 goals, he could be 10. Welbeck, he could be 10, could be 5. Who knows?
Being with Solanke,
shit bench as well.
I do think since he moved from Bournemouth to Spurs, it felt like he was a bit more. I do think like with Solanke, since he's moved to Spurs, he felt like the pressure's a bit more. I do think because obviously now he's playing for a Spurs team in front of fucking 50,000 fans, or whatever. With Bournemouth, it was 14, 16, something like that, something quite low. Was it that low?
Yeah. I mean, they're a shit quality Bournemouth. They've done well, but they're not a big club.
And I just think, just give him time. I think he'll do okay.
So without mentioning Lennon on the bench, he has got first 2 choice keepers. So yeah, that's down there. So again, like mine, he's got some. I've got a weak attack as well, but I think Pedro will outscore Slanky. As midfield, probably say slightly better than mine, but I think I've got much better defence. So yeah, strengths, weaknesses. Let's moving on. So I'll start with this. We've got my brother, Hanky. He likes to call himself. I call him Rich, but he's named himself off the Christmas poo. Hanky the Christmas poo. That's his name. He wanted that. He loves it. Yeah, so we'll start off with the keepers. He's got Sal's and Henderson. So 2 first-team keepers. Not the first team. But Henderson had a blind in the penalty shootout against Liverpool. Sal's again last season for us, got a lot of clean sheets. What can they do it again? You know, Richard's got 2 mid keepers there. So the problem Richard's going to have is some weeks Henderson's going to keep clean sheets, some weeks Sal's is. So Richard's got to every week need to think about which one to put in goals. He will get it wrong some weeks, he'll get it right other weeks. You know, it's impossible to get that right. That's the problem sometimes having 2 goalkeepers. Well, one good and one shit, because you just don't know who to pick.
No, I agree, because Howard a couple of times last season said he picked the wrong keeper, and it cost him a lot of points. So yeah, he could be in that predicament as well.
Yeah, it's going to cost in the league. So yeah, defenders. I mean, this is a really good defence. Saliba, Frimpong, Gay, Bramthwaite.
The best defence so far.
And I think mine's right, but and that Man City defender is really young, Kusanov. So Saliba, Arsenal will keep plenty of clean sheets. I've got 2. Amber, Frimpong will get assists, and also I've got Van Dijk, and Van Dijk scores headers. So you know, Gay is a great player, but will Palace keep more clean sheets than Arsenal? I don't think they will. And then Bramthwaite's now injured, so you might have to till September, so you might have to deal with that. That City play is always a risk. He's very young, he's very raw. So, don't be wrong, he has got a good defence, but I think I edge it. But anyway, so what are your thoughts on that?
Well, Frimpong scored as well at the weekend, so he must have a goal or 2.
Very, very lucky goal.
But Gay,
very lucky goal.
I had him last season, and from my experience last season, he got sent off a couple of times, and he scored a lot of own goals, and he killed me a lot of time. So yeah, I'm not too annoyed that Richard's got him, because I did think about getting him myself, if I'm being honest. But then I thought about last season, he just killed me off. Saliba, yeah, solid as you come. So yeah, it's not a bad defense. Yeah, it's not a bad defense
for a draft as well.
Yeah, it's the best when there's 10 of us. You got to think about that as well. So we'll get Saliba and Frimpong in. Yeah, it's pretty decent.
So midfield, I think this is it's a poor midfield personally. It's got players that aren't going to play week in, week out. So there's some talented players in there, like Cherky. He could be amazing. Ahmad, you know, I think he's a great player.
Goals, we've got goals in him as well.
But you know, he's not going to play every week, I don't think. Enzo, again, he might get a few assists. He might get some clean sheets. He's not going to get a load of points on the new system because he's not a baller. He's more of a he's a passer. Barnes, a great player. I would have picked Barnes personally, but he's in out the team.
Yeah.
He'll do something good for a few weeks. And they went Tielemans again. He's not a good. He's one of them. He's not. He's not awful picks. Just like he's got no. Like he hasn't got a Saka. He hasn't got a Palmer.
No. Well, does Tielemans get goals?
So that's my opinion on Richard's midfield. It's not like on paper, yeah. Like in real life, you know, would that be a bad midfield in real life? I think it'd be pretty decent actually in real life. You know, you'd have Cherokee number 10, Ahmed on the right, Barnes on the left, Tielemans, Enzo in the middle. You know, it's a good midfield, but is it a fantasy football midfield?
Ahmad, I think he's a very good player.
I do.
I think he's really, really good. And unfortunately, got injured, didn't he, that for United? And then he come back, and then did he score an hat trick? And then not long after he got injured.
He scored a couple.
He got an hat-trick against somebody. It was like a second half hat-trick against Southampton. And if you remember, they went 1-0 down half time. He scored 3 goals in the second half.
I'm not sure he scored a hat-trick.
We'll look up that anyway.
Yeah, I could have.
I'm pretty certain he scored a hat-trick. Because I remember Charlie having him. And yeah, he was very good. Barnes, you've had him a couple of times, or maybe just last season, I can't remember.
I had him the Euro in the league, and I had him a bit last season. And
got a goal in him. Does he play enough? I don't think so. Tielemans, he plays a lot, but does he do enough to get points? No. And I don't know much about Cherky and Enzo. I don't really know too much about him, to be honest. So I can't really call that.
So Enzo played for Manchester last season. He's been there for at least a year and a half now.
Yeah, and I definitely remember him playing, but I don't really know much about him.
Again, lack of knowledge. I mean, not knowing Enzo is particularly embarrassing. Yeah. He's a World Cup winner. He's played for Chelsea for I think 2 seasons, maybe a little bit longer. That's terrible bull knowledge. But anyway, so that's.
Did you say bull knowledge?
Yeah.
Bull knowledge. Who the fuck do you think you are?
So that's his midfield. Then his attack. So Haaland again, he's going to be up there. He's going to be top 3.
Yeah.
I think he'll have a better season. He had a bad season last season for his standards. I think he'll the greater season. Raul is a good pick. You had him last season. You'll chip him with goals. Charleston, dog shit, but you never know. You know, when he played for Everton and Watford, great player.
Yeah.
But Spurs, he hasn't done it. But you never. He could turn up. New manager. But at the end of the day, he's got Haaland. So actually, it's a good attack.
He's got 2 strikers.
I'd say it's the best attack so far.
Yeah, he's got 2 strikers who are playing.
It's better than mine for sure. Better than Dan's.
Both strikers are going to play, well, good 70 minutes every game.
Yeah.
Easily. And they both got, Haaland can turn on turn a game like that with 3-4 goals.
Yeah, Haaland will win a game solidly.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is why I think Rich would have been at the top this season, just because of them 2.
But I had Haaland last season, I came 6.
But then you did just call it. He had one of the worst seasons for his standards in the Premier League.
Okay, so I think we're happy with Rich, aren't we? So let's move on.
Yeah.
All right, John Seymour. I'll let you start, Joe Seymour.
Edison, yeah. Man City conceded loads last season as well.
Yeah.
As good as Edison is with his, he's even got an assist in him. I don't know, for some reason, I just want to have a Man City keeper in at the minute.
What is your keeper?
Who's a Trafford? Is that's the keeper from? Was it the United keeper?
No.
We were talking about it today, weren't we?
So he came from. He left City to go to Burnley.
That's the one, yeah. I don't know who he is, so for me, honest. So
where's he now?
I thought knows. But we talked about it today. I forgot.
It's Man City.
Oh shit, are they?
So he's their second choice for now.
Oh, because we've got the same fucking. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I don't know much about football. You'll see this in the season.
This is why the arrogance sometimes when you say you can do this, you can do that. It's really embarrassing.
Yeah, but I only say it's legit though.
Because it comes through your knowledge on this podcast. But anyway, let's move on. So, yeah, defence, Jake.
Is he the guy? That's the guy from United, was it? Is it? What is it?
Which one?
In the centre half.
Oh, it's not centre half.
Oh, yeah, but it's Van.
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka. Yeah.
Wan-Bissaka.
Not West Ham.
Yeah, he's at West Ham at forward. Who had him last season?
I don't know.
But he's, for me, with him, it was his end products as well, especially for United when he was playing for United. He was very good defending. I remember he was doing little slide tackles and shit.
Yeah, good for challenges.
Yeah, he isn't bad. If I'm being honest, I don't rate that defence, but yeah, I don't know who the guy is on the right. To be honest.
Okay, right. I'll take it then. So Al-Nouri last season for Wolves got, he got got a few assists, got some goals. He was good, and now in that City team, can he go on to replicate that and score more goals? And get more? I think he can. So I think Al-Nouri is his best defender. But the rest, honestly, this is John. This is the weakest defence so far, and probably the weakest defence of the league. Wan-Bissaka, yeah, he will get some clean sheets. Pedro Porro, I mean, he doesn't start every game. He's great attacking, Porro is. Now he's a wing back, but he's not gonna. Yeah, he will get goals, he will get assists, but
will he get clean sheets?
I don't think he'd be up there. I mean, they've got Frank now, but I say they get more clean sheets than under fucking Ange. Who I am, mate. He'll get more, but yeah, I mean, he's got then a Palace defender and a Brentford defender, Pinnock and Lacroix. Yeah, it's pretty weak. It's pretty weak. So yeah, moving on to the midfield. I mean, who said he's going to win the league? You said he's going to win the league, wasn't it?
No, John said he was.
Was it Charlie?
Charlie. Yeah, I agree with that defence. Yeah, it's just going to be. It's not the best. It's just not the worst, if I'm being honest. But you think it's the worst, so.
Well, so far, yeah. It's the worst.
Yeah, so I'm sure we'll look over defences. So yeah.
Okay, so now let's go on to his midfield. Again, I think it's pretty weak. It's Gakpo, Slobosai, Paqueta, Minte, and Neto. Now, they're all rotation mix. The best is Gakpo by far. He will get 15J goals and assists easily. But Slobosai, one, doesn't score much. Two, he's placed in the team under threat because I think Wirtz is number 10. Yeah. Wirtz can be number 10. So now it's like, well, he's fighting with Jones, Endo, McAllister, Wijnaldum for the 6 and 8. He's not a 6. So, and he wasn't great last season either, really, in terms of points. So he's got less opportunities. He's not a good point taker. Like Paqueta, again, yeah, okay, the doom and gloom over the betting scandal, something you know about, is gone. That's gone. That's gone. So he could, and also with Kyrgios going, like he could be the main man for West Ham next season, but it's a risk. Minte, he showed a lot of promise last season, did better than expected, but is he going to get consistent points at Neto? Is he going to start week? I don't think he's a guaranteed starter either. So I think he's got a lot of what ifs. A lot of what ifs on the field.
Well, Betty. Yeah, I agree with Gakpo. Gonna get goals. Gonna probably won't play enough, if I'm being honest. Yeah, like I said, the midfield. He does score. He doesn't score enough, does he? He doesn't score enough goals, and in general, is an unbelievable player for Liverpool. He's like a Jay Brown for Port Vale. He was unbelievable. He just didn't score enough.
I mean, unbelievable is mental.
And the difference is it's fancy draft, not actual. Having a solid 11. It doesn't make any difference. Quater, yeah, and well, Betty, 100%, not 100% on them, to be honest with you. So I couldn't really judge that side of the midfield. So
yeah. Okay. His attack, which is definitely his strength. Watkins, really solid choice. For some strange reason, Charlie got swapped him straight away with Howard last season. Absolutely embarrassing from Charlie. So great. Ekekite, who you could spell backwards and it says the same thing. He could be amazing. He could go score 20 goals. Great goal at the weekend. Great finish. Probably get a few assists as well. So, but the other thing is, he's not Premier League proven. So he could be a great signing, but it's not like Watkins feels like it's guaranteed for what he's done for the last few seasons. You can see it could be great, could not be them, but Kai Havertz now. He doesn't start, does he? Arsenal signed Gyökeres, so he's not going to be playing over him. He's not a left winger or right winger. There's no way he's going to be playing there. Can he play number 10? You can, but is he Odegaard? No, he's not. So yeah, he might chip in, but he's not going to do it week in, week out. It's going to be, and with that midfield being hit and miss, that defence hit and miss, if he's even playing, it could leave the guy open.
Yeah, Havertz not consistent enough for me. He did get a good run in the squad last season towards the second half of the season. There was a time where he didn't score for fucking ages. if I can remember. Watkins, yeah, he's going to get 10, 15 goals a season without a shadow. I do believe that. And and Ikite is an anagram for Ikite, if you didn't realise that about that.
Well, I've heard that.
That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, but he's a big gamble as well. And I won't say a big gamble actually. You just don't know how he's gonna.
Yeah, listen.
You just don't know how he's gonna produce. But I still think there's plenty enough up top for him to get points.
There's no doubt. I'd rather his attack than my attack.
Yeah.
I've got Pedro Porro, who also is a gamble. Like I'd rather have Watkins, and then I'd prefer to have Havertz and Ikite than over Højlund and Jackson. So.
Yeah, 100%.
So even though I think that there's potential risk there, compared to my attack, it's far superior. So let's not get this wrong, John. I'm not trying to have a go at your team because, like I say, if you want to do a trade, might take you a trade. I'm open.
The thing is, I look at that. I don't scream points.
Yeah.
I don't scream people getting 7 or 8 points at a time.
Get on the WhatsApp, John. Tell me if you want to do that trade.
But I'm sure John will defend himself in the group, and
John will.
So,
yeah.
But Watkins will save the day now and then.
That's his best pick. His best pick.
There's no Cole Palmer, but